And what's up, y'all? It's your boy Spark. It is Sunday, October 20th, 2019. I am tired. This weekend, we had KJ, or Kevin Jr.'s birthday party at Laser Blaze last night. And, oh, God, boys, he had a small sleepover afterwards, and I hadn't gotten a lot of sleep Friday night. So Saturday I came into it real tired, and he wanted to have a couple boys sleep over, Saturday night. So I let him have boys sleep over, and wow, those kids stayed up until 4 a.m. last night. I had a headache all night, so I didn't get much rest, and it's tired. I am running out of energy. Got up this morning. I mean, KJ was in the room, even though they went to bed at 4 a.m., KJ was in my room this morning at 8, asking me to, get the internet working on his PC downstairs. I had to get up and go to Kroger to get them breakfast. I wound up cooking them like eggs, bacon, pancakes, biscuits, got orange juice, I got just all kinds of craziness, and I am running out of energy now, folks. So need some Chick-fil-A. Unfortunately, today's Sunday, so Chick-fil-A is closed, so there won't be any Chick-fil-A today to pick me up. So all I'm going to be able to do is run on Hatred and Purple Drink here, and we'll see what we can do. So here we are. Iron Kid's asking in chat, "What are you? You just popped up here, LOL." KFC will have to. Yeah, no, I don't eat Kentucky Fried Chicken. If I'm gonna eat chicken other than Chick-fil-A, then I'm gonna be getting Popeyes or or something like that. So we'll see. Anyhow, this is week 42 of the BladeForums.com year of giveaways, which means that next week is this week going on right now, starting last night, is week 43, which means we're in the final 10 weeks of the year of giveaways. And despite that, we still have more knives coming in. We got a kukri from Kailash Knives, just came in a week or so ago. We got 5 more Spydercos to give away that will be coming up in the rotation, including week 43's giveaway, which is the Spyderco Indela. This is a new knife for 2019. This is basically a cross between the Endura and the Delica. So it's halfway between both of those. It's got like a 3.5 inch blade. It's like 8 something inches overall. VG10 steel, FRN handle. Cool little knife. They also sent us Tenacious, Tenacious, Native 5, Native Chief, and Little Native, which is another new one. We got all that going on. And basically, I did an unboxing video and put that up on the YouTube channel yesterday. So if you guys want to watch 10 minutes of that, then feel free to click on the YouTube channel and go check out the latest unboxing video. In the meantime, since we're all here for this week we're giving away these Kizer Vanguard Domin. This is the Kizer 46. Yeah, Kizer V4516A1 Domin, VG10 blade, G10 handle, stainless steel liners, has thumb stud opening. I described it as being a flipper in the promo video, but it is actually thumb stud opening. Little orange lanyard / backspacer right here, and so that's this is what we'll be giving away this week. And then next week we'll be giving away the Indela. So if you haven't gone ahead and gotten registered for the Indela in the week 43 giveaway thread, go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and get your entry in for the Indela. In the meantime, yeah, we'll be giving away the week 42 one. And, ooh, look at that. I've screwed up the year of giveaways scroller here by not updating it. So let's get that edited out. All right, boom shakalaka. We got the year of giveaways scroller updated and everything else. So yeah, hey guys, we've got a bunch of people in here. Some names I don't recognize. Mark Satmary, you look like you're new. Big Daddy, I'm not sure if you've been here before. Rick Bradford, it's familiar face. Mark Grant's familiar face. Pioma's familiar face. Iron Kid is familiar face. Jason Puckett's familiar. So it looks like we might have some new blood here. If you're new, shout out. Let me know in chat, and we'll go over what's going on. All right, so Mark Satmary is new. So hey, Mark, welcome, first timer, awesome. So yeah, that's we'll be doing the giveaway this week for the Kizer Domin Vanguard. Person also this week will be winning some Cold Steel stickers and a Boker Tree brand hat, and the K-Bar 4062 Dozier folding hunter knife. So yeah, this week's grand prize winner is going to be getting a bunch of cool stuff. We also have a live stream giveaway winner. Live stream giveaway winner is going to be winning some cool stuff too. No knife this week. I'm running out of the giveaway knives to give out. So the winner of the live stream prize pack this week is going to have to content themselves with SEH1 Arrowhead, as usual. And this week they'll be getting a Gemtech. Let's see if we can show that off. Gemtech Velcro patch, some Cold Steel stickers, 550 cord, a Velcro sheath, and some Arby's sauce. So yeah, somebody's gonna win that plethora of good stuff. And who knows? Maybe maybe I don't have a hobo juice left. I might have to go out and capture one and distill the hobo juice into the package. Maybe I'll get a couple sealed Ziplocs. Maybe I'll get a Ziploc or two and fill them with hobo juice and put them inside there, and then somebody will get distilled yellow fragrant hobo juice. Iron Kid is begging for the RMJ buoy that I got the other week. For those of you who want to see what this looks like, this is the RMJ Humble Buoy. This has got, I believe, elk antler. Let's see if we can show this off for the camera. I believe this is elk antler handle scales and 45 Winchester brass for the knife. It's got a vintage blackening on it where it looks like the coating has been taken off, and has the Chattanooga Leatherworks leather sheath on it. So very cool, very happy with the quality of work on that. Gorgeous looking knife. But no, nobody's going to be getting that. Nobody's going to be getting the Hebrew engraved Psalm 122 stick. Nobody's going to be getting. The custom gripped Glock 19. Nobody's going to get the Boston Terrier Yardbirds. Yardbird sculpture. Nobody's going to be getting the Darryl Ralph single knuck. Nobody's going to be getting Rex's tennis ball or Rex's orange bone. Nobody's going to get any of that. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff that we'll be giving away. So Besides Mark Satmary, is anyone else here new this week? Otherwise, if everybody else has been here, I mean, fuck it, we'll go over the rules anyhow. So yeah, this is the BladeForums.com 20th anniversary year of giveaways. As the name implies, this is our 20th year of operations. For the sake of consistency, we consider November 2nd, 1998 as our opening date. And November 2nd, 2018 was our 20th anniversary. So for all of 2019, we're doing a giveaway every week where we give away various prizes. We're giving away stuff from Spyderco, Bussy, Boker, Cold Steel, Kizer, Becker Knife and Tool. We've given away stuff from I can't remember who else has sent stuff. Oh yeah, Himalayan Imports. We've got stuff on deck from Kailash Knives. We've got other stuff on deck that'll be come through. Buck Knives sent us a bunch of stuff as well. So yeah, we're giving away stuff every week. In addition to that, we are giving away BladeForums.com stickers, BladeForums.com Velcro patches, BladeForums.com logo T-shirts, and prize pack every week for you guys that tune in. So yeah, basically, I've shipped out like frickin' 200 packages so far. More than 200, and I've still got 10 weeks to go, so that's another 60 or so packages plus whatever else. And as stuff continues to come in, we'll have more stuff. We'll just, after the year of giveaways is done, we'll just keep going on and give away stuff for that. Carman 1544, Hey Spark, is the YouTube prize pack from week 34 shipped. I'm itching to get it. I've got a bunch of stuff on deck still that has not shipped out. I think there's like a Boker 732 that hasn't shipped. K-Bar knife has not shipped. A Becker knife has not shipped. Various other stuff. I know I've caught up with week 38, 39, and 40, and 41, I think have all gone out. Weeks like 34 through 38 may not have gone out yet. If not, they're going out this week. We had a number of issues going on. Long story short, make sure you buy, if you are ever in the position where you're making purchasing for a company, make sure you buy quality thermal labels for your thermal printer. Because if you do not buy quality thermal labels for your thermal printer, then you spend $100 or so on labels that do not print, get chewed up in the labeler, and various other stuff. The new labels work great. We're shipping stuff out. It's all kinds of stuff. Iron Kid's Manlet t-shirt has not shipped yet because I haven't finished wiping my ass with it and wrapping it around my balls while I sweat all day. I wanted to make sure it's got a nice amount of musk and aroma before I ship it off to Ireland, so hopefully the customs guys are like, Faith and Begona, this shirt smells like someone's ass, or whatever. And we'll see what's going on. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff over there that's getting ready to go out. Probably about 24 boxes worth of shit. Got a bunch of stickers. Got a bunch of patches that are going out. Stuff's catching up. It's just taking a little while. So yeah, let's run through it. So yeah, this is the 20th anniversary year of giveaways. Basically, as far as how this goes, as long as you registered before November 2nd, 2018, then you are eligible for the grand prizes. If you have if you are a registered user that is somebody that does not have a paid subscription, then you must send a letter to 8007 Vinecrest Avenue, Louisville, Kentucky, or 8007 Vinecrest Avenue, number 6, hashtag number 6, Louisville, Kentucky, 40222, with a letter saying what your post number is, what your username is, why you like knives, what your first knife was, blah, blah, blah. Just confirming that you are a real person. The reason we do this is to prevent spam and multiple registrations on the forums. Just last week, we had a dude that had a paid subscription that registered twice, or that posted twice in the giveaway thread, and he did not get any of the prizes because when you post twice, you're screwed. If you have a paid subscription, you don't have to worry about the registration date. You are a forum supporter, so you could register today, buy a paid subscription, you're instantly eligible for the giveaway threads. You support us, we support you. This week, no registered users have sent in a letter. So, what's that mean, class? No registered users send in a letter, so if we pick a registered user for any of the prizes, they are effed in the A. They don't get shit. So, that's how it is. So, yeah. Otherwise, let's, nothing to it but to do it. Pitter patter, let's get at her. So, let's show how it's done. What we do here is we go to random.org. As you can see up on the screen, I have random.org here. You can see that we have numbers filled in, number 2 and number 229. The reason for this is that the giveaway thread here, my post is post number 1 in the giveaway thread. And then we go down to post number 2. That's the first person that's eligible to win. And the last person that's eligible to win is post number 229. So when I go to the random.org here and I press the generate button, you can see it picks number 218. We do this live so that nobody can accuse us of nepotism or favoritism or any other ism. You know, I mean, heck, you can try to accuse me of like racism, but I have no idea what race you are on the thing. So now we go to post number 218, which is probably going to be on page 10, I want to say. So let's go to page 10. Nope, going to be on page 11. Let's go to page 11, go all the way down, and post 218 is music. Music is evil. Music is evil. So, Music is Evil has won the BladeForums.com sticker. And that's how it is. So, let's post this in the chat. Post 218 wins the BFC sticker. Congrats. Music is evil. So, there we go. God, man, you know, I gotta remember to let people know in the promo videos that everybody from let's see, this is week 43 minus 26. So everybody from week 17 who's won a prize is eligible to go through the drawing again. Or if you won a prize from weeks 1 through 17, then you're eligible to go again. But I keep forgetting to do it because, you know, I am fairly incompetent and I've got too much shit going on and I just never remember everything in the day. So, yeah, so that's how it works. Post 218 is one at BladeForums.com contour cut sticker. So we'll get that. I'll notify him. We'll get that out the door. And up next, we have got the BladeForums.com Velcro patch. BladeForums.com Velcro patch is available in 5 different colorways. As you can see here, we have it in from top left clockwise, BladeForums blue, then the gold, OD green and black, stealth gray and black, and multicam colorways. So let's get back to random.org. Let's hit the generate button. And post number 92 wins the Velcro patch. So post number 92 is probably going to be on page 4, I believe. Nope, page 5. All right, page 5, and we are going down to post number 92, which is Jarhead Greasemonkey. Jarhead Greasemonkey. So, let's see here. BFC patch, post 92, Jarhead Greasemonkey is the winner. So, congrats if Jarhead Greasemonkey is on the channel. Congrats to him. If he's not on the channel, he'll be notified shortly. And yeah, that's the way we go. All right. For some reason, I clicked on the wrong screen here. So let's get back to random.org. All right. So yeah, next up we've got the bladeforms.com logo shirt. You can see that behind me. Bladeforms.com logo shirt has got the bladeforms.com logo on the front left chest, and as you can see up on the screen, takes up the whole back center chest, so you'll be spotted as a bladeforms.com member coming and going. So yeah, let's go ahead and give that away while we've got it up. And post number 4 in the giveaway thread. So post number 4 on page 1 is going to win the bladeforms.com t-shirt. So post number 4 is Marcus 52AR. Marcus 52AR is a gold member, has 3,500 messages. He's been a member since 2014, so that means he's posting what, 700 messages a year? Quick, that's my tabletop napkin math, which means that he's posting, God, man, something like 70 or 80 messages a month. So yeah, somebody's a busy little beaver. Somebody's also got what looks like a Hinderer and Sinkovich and some other cool stuff in his profile. So yeah, Marcus 52AR wins. Marcus 52AR with post 4 wins the BFC shirt, so I will notify him after this is all done. In the meantime, we don't condone recreational drug use on this channel. However, sometimes you gotta take some over-the-counter medication to get your head straight. So, yeah, I've got a massive headache going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some aspirin here and try to get that stuff taken care of. So up next, last one that we do typically before we talk about the news and stuff like that is going to be a bladeforms.com gold or higher paid subscription. Basically, we do this for a member. All right, post number 30. If they don't have a membership and they have sent their letter, then they get a gold membership. If they haven't sent a letter but they have a paid subscription, they get their existing membership extended. So post number 30 here is XEOD Guy. EOD Guy. So XEOD Guy with post 30. All right, BFC membership, post 30, XEOD Guy wins. So interesting thing right here. You can see he's got the EOD badge. This is actually the EOD Master badge, so called because it has the star with the wreath over it. The standard EOD badge just has what's known as the crab, which has the bomb, the shield, the lightning bolts, and the wreath. The senior EOD badge just has the star and no wreath above it, and then the master EOD badge has the star, the wreath, and all the rest of it. All right, Big Bad Goth. You should send Iron Kid the women's fit t-shirt at Spark. Fucking Irish bastard. You're the one fucking the Irish bastard. I do not fuck Irish bastards, I'll have you know, young lady. I'll let Irish bastards fuck me. We've got standards here on this channel. So, yeah. So, that's how it goes. That is it for the first half of the giveaways. We still have the grand prize to give away of the Kizer Vanguard Domin knife here. And then we have the live stream prize pack that we'll be giving away later on. But for now, we are at 5:25 in the p.m. and we're going to start talking about news. There's not a lot of news topics going on this week. I mean, the Democrats have still gone completely fucking crazy. Knife wise, there's not really any knife news, as you can see here. We've already talked about stuff for that with knife rights. So yeah, knife laws and everything are good to go right now on the knife front. There's still the courses working their way through, or the lawsuits working their way through in New York and various other locations. But it is important to support kniferights.org. You need to support. Let's see if I can get this camera turned on. You need to support kniferights.org because, even though supporting bladeforums.com helps me and helps out the industry and helps out the community, kniferights.org is actually out there fighting for you guys and making sure that laws get passed and everything like that. So, if you have the money, give money to kniferights.org. See the logo right here? kniferights.org. Give them money. If you don't have the money to give it to them directly, you can take a portion of the amount that you spend on Amazon.com and go to Smile, as you can see here, smile.amazon.com, and you can select a charity to give to. And as you can see here, you can make the charity, like I did, Knife Rights Foundation. Now, I don't buy a lot of stuff on Amazon.com. Not my thing. I try to shop local. But occasionally I do buy stuff on Amazon.com. And when I do, then look down there. $4.72 for my Amazon.com purchases have gone to support knife rights. So if you shop on Amazon.com, go to smile.amazon.com instead of just regular Amazon.com and support kniferights.org. It's just that easy. Jeff Bezos made like $11 billion in profits last year, and they're gearing up to get a frickin' Pentagon contract for Pentagon's JEDI, Joint Enterprise Defense Initiative distributed computer network, where they're probably going to be using Amazon's AWS cloud computing service to do all the Department of Defense stuff. So yeah, Bezos can afford to support knife rights. So make sure that you go to smile.amazon.com if you're going to buy anything off Amazon.com and take a portion of those proceeds and give to knife rights. If you're not giving to knife rights directly, giving to knife rights directly is the best thing to do, of course. And even better if you send money to them and join in on their raffles, like their steel giveaways and Riddle steel giveaways and various other stuff. You'll get cool knives in the mail. I mean, some of the knives I've given away in the year of giveaways have come from knife rights, from stuff that I've sent in money orders for. So apparently Knife Rights has gotten almost $3,000 in donations from smile.amazon.com this year, so you can make a difference. So yeah, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna buy from Amazon, then do it. And also, check this out. You can also buy all kinds of cool stuff like these light up LED masks that Mexican narco terrorists are using when they're getting in gun battles with the federales. And we'll be talking about that in a little bit because that shit is going fucking crazy down there. In the meantime, let's talk about some other news topics. First and foremost, first off, not foremost. I mean, the only way Michael Moore is foremost is, in the Weight Department. They're talking about gun violence in America and that it could be fixed. Yeah, sorry, bud, not buying it. They're trying to pass off opinion polls as factual or anything. Moore said that 78% of Americans don't own guns. Yeah, folks. Actually, I should have done. Whoops. I should have done better research on the. Should have done better research before I did that. But ownership survey. All right. Basically, there's various surveys out there where where gun controllers like to say how many people own guns and whatever. And when you look at these surveys, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't gotten any surveys about gun ownership. And if I had, I haven't gotten any phone surveys about gun ownership. And if I had gotten a survey about gun ownership, I wouldn't fucking answer or tell a complete stranger that I've got guns in my house. You know why? Because complete strangers could be anybody. Complete strangers asking me, hey, do you own guns in your house? That could be some rando that broke into my truck and took my truck registration out of my glove box and decided, hey, let's pretend we're a survey thing and we'll see if this guy has guns. And if he doesn't, well, that's a perfect place to go rob. So yeah, there's been a lot of stuff talked about how many people own guns in America, and there's various charts out there and things going on, but various. Yeah, okay. I finally found what I wanted to put up here. All right, so this is a chart from Mother Jones based off of something called the GSS. Every couple years, there is a survey done by University of Chicago called the General Social Survey, where they ask a whole bunch of questions from people all over the world. And, the General Social Survey, they ask, hey, are you, American citizen? Are you, how many people are in your house? All this other stuff. And they take this data and they put it into a bunch of charts. So right now here, they've got a survey showing that, basically percentage of households owning guns, 1973 to 2010. That's what this chart has. And on the, we had Michael Moore saying that 78% of Americans do not own guns. Various other stuff. Gun ownership is definitely under assault. But, the thing is here is that for 70% of America, or if they're, you have to take the 78% of Americans not owning guns figures with a huge grain of salt, because the General Social Survey, where they're getting this information from, is just a phone call. There's no confirmation. There's nobody going into a house or going into houses and checking, oh, yes, this person's telling the truth on the survey. And on top of that, we have other statistics that show that gun ownership is not quite as low, because for 78% of America, they're saying 78% of households in the U.S. don't own guns. Well, all right, so that's right now. Current records or current figures show that there's 127.59 million households in the U.S. So 127.59 times 0.78 equals, that would mean that of those, 99.5202 million households don't have guns in them out of 127. Or to put it another way, there's only 20. They're saying there's only 27 million households in the U.S. that have guns in them. The problem with this is that if there's only 27 million households in the U.S. that have guns with them, well, we have other figures that we can empirically check to see whether or not this is accurate. For example, noted firearms researcher John Lott, does a collection every year of statistics showing how many people have concealed carry permits in the U.S. And, just recently they did a report on this, and the figures that they came out with was that there's 18.66 million people in the U.S. that have a concealed gun permit. Now, 18.66 million people in the U.S. have a gun permit, and according to this, or a permit to carry concealed, and according to this, that's a 304 increase since 2007. So, all right, if 18.66 million people have a concealed carry permit in the U.S., but there's only 29 million households that have guns, then that's roughly, by my figures, that's roughly 60+% of people who own guns have a concealed carry permit. That doesn't sound right to me, especially when you've got states like New York that make it incredibly difficult to get a concealed carry permit, or California that make it incredibly difficult to get a concealed carry permit, or Washington, D.C. that make it incredibly difficult to get a concealed carry permit. Now, granted, we've got 48 million states in the U.S. that have some measure of, or we've got 48 states in the U.S. that have some measure of shall issue concealed carry, and we've got 16 plus states that have constitutional carry where you don't even need a permit to carry a gun. So, thinking that, thinking that you've got 60+% of the people who own guns having concealed carry permits seems kind of off to me. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of people with concealed carry permits, that are out there, and, for all these people that not own guns. The reality, in my opinion, is that the number of households that self-report as owning guns is way underreported. And how can we back this up at all? Well, the way we do that is we look at the General Social Survey numbers here and take a look at where the numbers dip. So let's take a look at the chart here that we have. Let's see if we can open the image in new thread or new thing. Well, that doesn't really help. But basically here, when you look at the chart, there's noticeable dips in certain areas, such as 93 or 94 to 98 in 2000, and etc. So, these are substantial number drops. Let me see if we can pull up a better chart. GSS gun ownership. Gun ownership in the U.S. No. Let's see if we can do a chart here. I'm going to see if I can find a better chart because it's difficult to find good information here. Is this a decent chart? All right. Divergent estimates. Okay. General Social Survey versus Gallup. All right. So yeah, here's this blue line here is the GSS, the General Social Survey. The Gallup polling is the orange line here, and this is much more flat. Gallup extended. It's wildly divergent from the GSS. If you notice, there is a 10-point percentage difference in the Gallup numbers versus the GSS. And if you also notice, look right here up on the screen. You see right here where it takes a nosedive at 95, and it goes way down to in 1998, where it goes from 42% in 94 down to like freaking 32% in 98. What happened in 1994 that would cause people to stop reporting accurately to people who own or do phone surveys about gun ownership? Well, in 1994, we had the assault weapons ban that was passed. So there's a massive amount of distrust to the government going on, where the assault weapons ban passed, and there were suddenly people fearing that the government was going to come and start confiscating guns. So there's two ways of thought that you could have here. Thought number one, somewhere between 1994, right here, and 1998, 10% of firearms owners, or 10% of all U.S. households, or 25 to 30% of firearms owners decided, fuck this, I'm giving up all my guns. What's the likelihood of that? I mean, you You tell me. Do you think that somewhere between 25 to or somewhere between 20 to 30 million people just decided we're not going to own guns anymore? Probably not likely. Or people decided I'm not going to tell random strangers on the phone what's going to happen. Well, that's probably the likely one. And the ways we've sized it up, like I said, was concealed carry permit numbers, which have gone up uniformly, 300% increase since 2007, and FBI NICS statistics, which show that since since background checks have begun. Let's see if I can get my face out of the way here. Since background checks started in 1999, we're showing increased numbers of background checks every frickin' year. Since 1999, the number of background checks that have happened have gone up by over 250%. So, more background checks are being conducted, more concealed carry permits are being done. The number of states with constitutional carry have gone up, but they think that the number of guns owned have gone down. Despite also third-party data point. Black Friday every year showing record number of NICS transfers when people are going out and buying guns, or various other amount of ammo, the number of guns being manufactured, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So these people like to delude themselves into thinking that, oh, okay, well, it's not that the number of people buying guns is going up, despite women and minorities buying more than ever before, according to the NSSF, despite SHOT Show showing record attendance, despite the arms industry being a huge expansion, despite 20 plus million people owning 20 plus million AR-15s being manufactured and everything else. No, they're thinking the number of people owning guns is going down. Yeah. So, these people are just wildly fucking deluded. And it's a propaganda job. These people are just trying to convince people that rather than gun ownership being widespread and a lot of people owning guns and just not talking about it, that gun ownership is increasingly being concentrated in a small number of people. They think that 3% of the people are buying all the guns. They're thinking that these people are so fucking rich that they can continue to go out and buy trillions of rounds of ammunition year after year after year, and buy guns after guns after guns year after year after year, and then they just they don't do anything with them. They don't go to the shooting range. They don't do it. Apparently, people are just getting multiple concealed carry permits. 90% of the people out there apparently, have people who own guns have concealed carry permits, blah, blah, blah. It can't possibly be that these people are polling completely incorrect. I mean, how could they possibly make a mistake? We didn't see anything like that with Hillary Clinton's polling for the 2016 election. I mean, you guys remember, all the polling for Hillary Clinton showed 98% chance of Hillary Clinton winning, 96% chance of Hillary Clinton winning, 99% chance of Hillary Clinton winning, and then election time rolls around and bloop, Donald Trump wins. Because people don't tell pollsters the truth, especially when shit's demonized or, people are going crazy talking about it. You look at all these Trump rallies going on, people are packing stadiums to go to Trump rallies, and yet somehow, everything you hear on the news is that, oh, nobody likes Trump and everything else. So, these anti-gun people have a delusion that they think that gun ownership is not popular. So they're just trying to do what they can. Because they're not able to get stuff passed on the federal level, gun control people are taking action on the state level. This is funded by various people, including Bloomberg and various politicians. Basically, here's one thing: they're trying to raise taxes on guns and ammo to punish gun owners. Tacoma, Washington, their city council is going to adopt approve a massive increase in taxes on firearms and ammunition sales in the city. And the media loves this because, apparently poll taxes are great when it comes to denying people's rights, for their Second Amendment rights. But it's terrible for everything else. And actually, I was going to talk about this later on in the broadcast, but let's go ahead and address this right now. These people are enacting the equivalent of poll taxes when it comes to Second Amendment rights by requiring it, or wanting to require insurance, raising taxes on ammunition, raising or permit fees, etc. And then they turn around, and in Florida here, you may have heard, being poor this week, being poor shouldn't stop Florida felons from voting, judge rules in Amendment 4 case. Florida put forth an amendment to restore voting rights to felons. And a recent lawsuit went through where the judge held that if a person's been convicted of a felony, and they haven't been able to pay the fines or restitution on their felony, well, guess what? They can still vote, because despite being poor and being a felon shouldn't disenfranchise you from being able to vote. So there's if, God forbid, one of you all got beaten, hospitalized, raped, hospitalized, had to have an abortion, etc., one of your loved ones gets murdered, guy goes to jail, gets out of jail, after 7 years. It has been, as part of the terms, has been required to pay restitution for you. Well, guess what? This guy's able to go free and vote for president, and they're trying to make it so that you can't have your Second Amendment rights to defend yourself against these people, but these people can vote so that more of your rights are taken away. Because as we know, gun control is not about safety, it's about victim disarmament. And what's even scarier is that these people are using extreme violence protection orders to go after wrong thing. Now, let me tell you this flat out. Fuck Nazis. Fuck communists. Fuck Antifa. Fuck all these violent scumbags. I hate racists. I hate Nazis. I hate communists. All these people are scum. However, we have seen historically, time and time again, where violent extremists have been targeted by authoritarians in order to push wide-ranging laws through. And we are seeing that, in order to squelch free speech, passage, privacy laws, etc. There was a famous case about the ACLU defending Nazis a couple decades ago. And guess what? We're seeing that shit again, where a guy who is an extremist, a member of the Atomwaffen division, who are a group of neo-Nazis that are basically off, if I remember correctly, they were based off of 4chan. Some dude off of the Atomwaffen division went to Europe, met up with a whole bunch of other neo-Nazis. When he came back to the U.S., they went through his luggage and found an Atomwaffen division flag. And they went through his phone and found him doing the Nazi salute with other fucking Nazis. And they used that as a basis to do a gun violence restraining order on him and took his guns away. Not because he had committed a crime, not because he had actually done anything violent, but because they figured he was an extremist. So we've got people going over to Syria. We've got people going over to fucking Libya that are being ISIS supporters and then coming back to the U.S. Are we going to do extreme violence restraining orders on them? Are we going to start punishing them for groupthink? No, of course not. Everybody loves punishing Nazis. Fuck Nazis. They need to be punished. I'd like to see them all beaten in the streets. The problem is, though, is that when we start doing thought crime, it very rapidly goes from, oh, we're just targeting Nazis, or we're just targeting extremists, to, oh, you vote for Donald Trump, or, oh, you've got the, you don't think that your children should be indoctrinated, or you don't think that, your religion believes something we don't like, so you're a violent extremist too, and we're going to take your rights away. And it goes down an authoritarian path. It is not fucking cool. So, you got to watch what they do to what they do to extremists, because that is the test bed of what they're going to do to everyone else. And though I hate having to defend Nazis and stuff like that, free speech is free speech. Free speech is not, just for people you agree with. It's for everybody, and it covers everything. And if you don't like it, well, guess what? You're going to be in the fucking crosshairs. So watch what they do. So let's get back to the beginning. The same people talking about poll taxes and the same people talking about disenfranchisement for felons turn around and put in poll taxes for gun ownership and take away gun ownership rights for people that haven't committed crimes at all. It's a huge logical disconnect, and you gotta watch it, and you gotta vote against these people, folks, because they will enact this shit locally if they can't get it because they're being stymied by getting it done federally. Shannon Watts, Shannon Watts, queen of the "Can I speak to your manager, Karens for gun control?" Massive drinker of box wine. She basically went out and was screeching about people selling bulletproof backpacks after the Stoneman Douglas shooting, and she decided that, oh gosh, how dare people sell bulletproof backpacks? You're capitalizing on fear. What the fuck? Moms demand action. The gun control movement is entirely about capitalizing on fear. That's all they have. Oh my God, if we don't pass gun control, our children will die. It's massive hypocrisy. That's all these people do, but what are you going to do? If they didn't have double standards, they wouldn't have standards at all. High Point School District, I don't know if that's that's a hell of a double entendre considering High Point firearms. High Point School District decides to arm select teachers. High Point, Missouri has decided that shooting back is a better option than hoping the cops get there in time. So they're arming teachers, so that's good to go. Oh, hey, look, we got a whole bunch of new people in chat. Bust Off, Andy Moon. What's going on, folks? So, school shooters are not going to have easy time of it in High Point, Missouri. Leftist lawyers are posted in the Los Angeles Times about how the gun lobby gets the Second Amendment wrong, where they say that basically because despite the Second Amendment being a right, it's subject to regulation, so therefore any regulation is good, despite whether or not it actually is. If you've got the blood pressure margin to read such an article, feel free. These guys are fucking idiots, law professors. Despite being law professors, they're idiots about it. And I guarantee you they would be raising holy hell if the First Amendment rights, Fourth Amendment rights, or Fifth Amendment rights were being infringed upon. But if it's the Second Amendment, hey, they love it. Let's see. Yeah, here's an example of it. They're saying that this article is in response to the Supreme Court taking up the New York Pistol and Rifle Association's case about transporting firearms outside the home. Basically about a bunch of double talk about how owning guns is a harm to society and everything like that. Bunch of red herrings, bunch of water muddying, etc. If you want to read the article, feel free. I'm actually going to copy paste the URL in the chat here. So those of you watching on a computer, you can control click on that, and it should take you to should open another window up for you. Okay, so Washington Parish, Louisiana. Sheriff runs for re-election, Washington Parish, Louisiana. After election, guess what he does? He switches parties from Democrat to Republican because, for one reason, gun control. He doesn't want to enforce gun control. For another, illegal immigration. Doesn't want to be enforcing or doesn't want sanctuary city policies or anything like that. Sees illegal aliens as a danger to his constituents. So he basically won re-election and then switched parties. he says, and I quote, I don't like what's going on in Washington. Don't care about abortion, and Democrats support that. They're against the Second Amendment, and I support the Second Amendment, and I am for closed borders. I think we ought to have rules. If we don't have rules, we have chaos. And this is an interesting thing because we have here the Washington Parish Sheriff. We have a very interesting thing because people say if there's rules, there should be consequences. And Beto, again, opened his mouth in the Democratic debate that was going on last week. And he says, if you don't hand in your firearms, we'll take guns from your home. Basically, he thinks that despite a history of noncompliance and lack of willingness to even register firearms, let alone obey firearms laws in general, he thinks people are just going to hand them over if assault weapons and various other bans get passed. And if they don't, he wants to send the cops door to door to come get them. Because he thinks laws should have consequences, except if it's immigration laws or drug laws or various other laws out there where they don't give a shit about enforcing those. Laws should only have consequences if it's for disarming the law-abiding. If it's for, gang or people in prison for felonies, violent felonies, they don't give a shit. If it's a border, well, hey, no borders, no walls, no USA at all. That's a rallying cry. They want to abolish ICE. They don't want Customs and Border Patrols, Border Patrol closing the border for people. Now, these people just want, gun control laws. So, yeah, Beto's dumbass thinks that people are just going to turn in firearms. So, it's interesting that they don't believe in that laws. But, they're now saying that, like, the Bloomberg, Mike Bloomberg, and Bloomberg News has said, come out, and their editorial board has said drivers with DUIs shouldn't be armed. And they base this on, God, man, I'm terrible at this. They base this on a study where the study said that people who have alcohol convictions, wind up being domestic violence offenders or something like that. The problem is the study found only 9% of people with the alcohol convictions wound up being domestic violence folks. Yeah, study does not say say or does not support what they actually are saying in the article. So yeah, but this is yet another example of them getting the nose under the tent and trying to slip the whole camel in. First it was okay. Violent felons shouldn't be able to have guns. So, the 1968 Gun Control Act made violent felons or anyone who had been in prison for over a year can't own guns anymore. Then, 1986 Lautenberg Amendment: domestic violence offenders can't own guns, even if for a misdemeanor of domestic violence. So now Bloomberg is saying that if you commit a misdemeanor of alcohol misdemeanor, say public intoxication, I don't know how many of y'all watch sports, but let's say you go to the NBA game or you go to the NFL game or you go to a baseball game and you have a couple beers and you're not even driving, so it's not a DUI. You're not even driving. You just have a couple beers too many and you get drunk and you start yelling at somebody and the cops arrest you. Public intoxication. They want to take away your gun rights forever based off of public intoxication. They want your gun rights taken away for misdemeanors. They wouldn't put up with this for any other right. Voting? No. Hey, if they're voting, these people want violent felons to be able to vote. They just don't want you to be armed based off of misdemeanors. And they're just trying to chip away. They take a bite here, they take a bite there, they chip away here, they take a chip away there. It's the old maxim, you cannot eat an elephant in one sitting. You have to take small bites. And eventually, they've taken away so much of the Second Amendment that it no longer exists anymore. So, that's what they're trying to do here. And it's interesting that they think laws should have consequences because They don't think that we should have, that border law should have consequences. And a perfect example of this, of why we need border controls, happened this weekend. Mexican federales arrested the son of El Chapo this weekend in Culiacan. If you guys aren't on social media, this shit was blowing up. There was various, with the advent of cell phones, people are able to take photos and video and everything everywhere. And, there's a bunch of crazy shit happening all over the place in Culiacan, Mexico. El Chapo's son got arrested. The federales took him into prison, and an emergency call went out, and cartel members and sicarios from all around the fucking area drove in and were doing, were duking it out with the federales and the Mexican police and the Mexican military and killing them. And there was crazy shit going on. You see all this smoke in this picture here. This is. Well, let's play this and see what's going on here. I mean, there's guys you can see here. People, right here and there, there's a gun battle going on, and people are fleeing the fucking scene. You've got this dude right here. This guy is set up with a Barrett semi-auto 50 cal rifle, and boom! Dude is sending 50 cal rounds downrange, smoking federales. But you want to see something that's really fucked up? Let's do this. Check this shit out. This is this the right article? Nope, wrong article. All right, check this shit out on Twitter. This guy right here captured this. Look at this. What's in this truck here? You see that? That is a 50 cal M2 Browning machine gun. We don't, you expect to see technicals in the Middle East. When you see a machine gun mounted in a truck, that's a technical. You guys have seen Black Hawk Down. You remember the dudes in pickup trucks with machine guns? Yeah, that's a technical. If you've watched any video of what's going on in the Middle East, with trucks mounted heavy weaponry, those are technicals. You expect to see technicals in the Middle East. You don't expect to see it in Mexico on our southern border. That is fucking nuts. And, you hear about all these gun control people. All the guns in Mexico come from the U.S. Yeah, the only way this gun right here came from the U.S. is as part of a counter-narcotics or military aid package, going to the Mexican military, and it got stolen or something else. And there's other stuff, cartel M249. There's other things going on. Check this out. This dude right here has got a fucking parasaw. This is a squad automatic weapon with M249 squad automatic weapon. And look at that right there. You know what this is? This is an M72 light anti-tank weapon. That is a fucking rocket launcher used to take out tanks. And these cartel members have tanks or anti-tank rockets and machine guns and RPGs and 40 millimeter grenades and M250 cals. And there is a civil war going on in Mexico. And the people don't think we should have border control at the southern border of the U.S., despite literal warfare going on down there, despite, narcos with machine guns, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, heavy machine guns, all this stuff going on directly south of the border, and these people don't think we need any border control at all. That is how fucking crazy it is. But hey, at least Mike Bloomberg is going to possibly run for president. The same guy that's funding Every Town for America and all the gun control stuff on the national level, and also has funded the Bloomberg School for Public Health to push out anti-gun studies, and the Bloomberg School for Journalism at Columbia to push anti-gun factoids, and thetrace.com to push out anti-gun editorials. This guy who thinks big gulps should be banned and vaping should be banned and people shouldn't be able to have snacks, this guy wants to run for fucking president. Wow. This is what we're dealing with. And last but not least, California Governor Newsom signs a whopping 15 anti-gun bills. This was passed like not last week, but the week before. But damn, they passed a whole bunch of stuff. They extended the duration of a gun violence restraining order from 1 year to 5 years. So great, because when combined with this, AB 61, no longer is it a loved one, or no longer can a family member or loved one file a gun violence restraining order on you. No, now an employer or a coworker or one of your employees or a teacher can file a petition for a gun violence restraining order. So yeah, that's great. As a business owner, if you fire somebody, guess what? They can file a gun violence restraining order on you. Or as an employee, if you get fired, they can file a gun violence restraining order on you. Or if you go to school, if you're at a college or something like that, and you disagree with the teacher about something, like, let's say you don't like open borders, or you don't like a particular law, and you have a discussion in class, the teacher now can file a gun violence restraining order on you. Or one of your coworkers happens to be, your Facebook friended with somebody on in your company, and they see you shared a meme about, free helicopter rides or something like that. They can report you now and get a gun violence restraining order taken out against you, and you can get swatted and killed. Because remember what happened last week, where a nice young woman was babysitting her nephew, and one of her neighbors called in a welfare check for her house, and the cops shot her through the window, at 2 a.m. in the morning, because the cops were walking around with a flashlight in their backyard. And, she heard a noise in the backyard, saw a flashlight. She went and got her gun at 2 a.m. Cops shot her through the window and killed her ass. So, yeah. These laws are setting people up to get killed. Another one, AB 164 makes it so that any person in California who is subject to a protective order in another state is barred from buying or possessing firearms in California. AB 339 requires police to, this is no big deal, make them require policies and standards. AB 521 directs the state-funded University of California Firearms Violence Research Center at UC Davis to develop a multifaceted education and training program for medical and mental health providers. In other words, they want to indoctrinate people to, be anti-gun. AB 645 required Surgeon General's style warning and statement on suicide prevention to be placed on firearms packaging within the state. Death by 1,000 cuts. It's like warnings on cigarettes. Hey, basically, if you're feeling sad, don't have a gun. None of this suicide prevention notices will prevent anything. I mean, chances are, you've owned a gun. If you're going to kill yourself with a gun, it's not typically spur of the moment. And, seeing that warning on a package is not going to deter you. And if you've had a gun for 10 years, well, guess what? That packaging is not going to do a damn lick of good. But, hey, if we can fuck over gun companies, what else can we do? AB 679 would require firearms precursor parts, such as receiver kits, must be sold through a licensed firearm precursor part vendor. They don't say what a firearms precursor part is. If you buy a billet of aluminum, no telling. If you buy a spare hammer or a spring or a spare barrel, is that a precursor part? Nobody knows, but chances are that's going to fall under it. AB 893 bans the sale of guns and ammo at Del Mar Fairgrounds in San Diego, basically banning gun shows. That's been the venue for the Crossroads of the West gun shows. Whether or not that's going to be constitutional, nobody knows. But, typically that falls into it. Remember what I said earlier about poll taxes? Well, AB 1297 lists a $100 limit on processing fees for police chiefs and sheriffs who issue concealed firearms license. So, you live in San Francisco, you live in San Diego, you live in LA, guess what? The sheriff can now turn the concealed carry permit fee from $100 to $2,000 and price you out of being able to afford a concealed carry permit. AB 1493, anyone who has their gun seized by a gun violence order, it lets them shortcut the appeal process and just voluntarily give up. Fuck being able to fight for your rights. they're going to make it as difficult as possible and, give you an easy out instead of letting you get it back. AB 1548, California State Nonprofit Security Grant Program to improve the security of nonprofit organizations. Yeah, no idea what that's going to be. AB 1603, help reduce violence in communities or this is basically a grant. This is a grant program that's going to fund anti-gun groups to go out there and protest more. It's basically just taking taxpayer dollars and giving it directly to anti-gun groups. AB 1669 increases regulations on gun shows and ammunition vendors. Basically, it's just putting more costs on gun owners to foot the bill for cost increases. SB 61 bans the sale of semi-auto rifle to those under 21 years. And it's basically one gun a month, and if you're under 21 years old, you can't buy a semi-auto centerfire rifle. That bill had been vetoed 3 times previously by Governor Brown. And basically, it's gonna, if you're a Boy Scout in California, kiss your rifle competition goodbye. If you're a high-powered rifle competitor, sorry, you can't get a rifle now. If you're under 18 and you're in the military, you can't buy a rifle. Sorry. Or if you're under 21 and you're in the military, you can't buy the semi-auto version of your M4 anymore in California. SB 376 requires anyone who sells guns more than 5 times a year or sells more than 50 guns in that period to obtain an FFL. So, God forbid, if I lived in California and I died, my wife wouldn't be able to sell my collection of firearms. Hypothetically, if I owned firearms, I would own somewhere between 10 and, maybe 20 or 30 firearms. Hypothetically, I actually don't own any firearms. I've actually lost all my firearms in a tragic boating accident. I'm a terrible boat driver. I've lost all my firearms in a tragic boating accident. But yeah, if I died and I lived in California, my wife would have to get a fucking FFL to sell all my guns. So yeah, that's what these people are doing. So yeah, you gotta love all this shit. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's it for news this week. And I guess it's time to do the giveaway stuff. So yeah, let's do the grand prize giveaway now that we're done with the news. So let's go to let's go to random.org and hit that. Do the final one. 47. 47 is the last one. The grand prize for post number 47, who will get the Kizer Domin Vanguard. So post 47 here is CF 1969. Post number 47, CF 1969. Wins the Kizer Domin. So congrats to, if I can get over here, CF 1969. Congrats to CF 1969 for winning the Kizer Domin Vanguard. So congratulations. All right, what's going on here in chat? There's something going on here. I can't see what's going on. Let's see. Hey, Spark on during the... Hey, cool. What's up, Kevin Anderson? Ulf Krogstad, good to see you guys. So yeah. All right, so that's where we're at, folks. Now it is time to do the giveaway. The live stream giveaway. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go to that. All right, guys. So, yeah, it's time for the live stream giveaway here. So let's go ahead and get the music going. You have until the music stops. If you want to be entered into the live stream giveaway, you have until the music stops to post your BFC username. All right, so we've got Whoops. All right, so I see some new usernames. Cliff Barron. First one, KD8. All right, Malachi Ryder. MQQN. Cliff Barron, already got you. Monofletch. Lactic acid. Man, I'm seeing a whole bunch of new faces here. Cool. Ulf Krogstad. SWEDC. All right. Have I missed anybody? Looks like I've got everybody. All right. All right. So, yeah, we got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to get your name in for the live stream giveaway. This week in the live stream giveaway, just to show you guys what we'll be doing. As usual, we are doing the SE Arrowhead here, as you can see. I've got some Cold Steel stickers that we'll be giving away. A Gemtech, I don't know if you can see it, Gemtech Velcro patch, Velcro sheath, 550 cord, some Arby's sauce that we'll be doing. And God knows, I don't think I've got any other desk crap. I'm basically running out of, I've run out of SHOT Show swag to give to people. You know, when we first started doing the year of giveaways, I was giving away like 3 or 4 stickers and a bunch of Velcro patches and shit like that every week. And now, you know, after I've basically had boxes of SHOT Show swag from the last 4 or 5 years. I've been tearing through them, giving it away every week to people. So yeah. Do we have any other people who want to get in the year of giveaway or the live stream giveaway? If you want to get in the live stream giveaway, folks, you need to get in here. You got 1 minute left. 1 minute to get your name in for the live stream giveaways. So yeah, we're running out. Good to see some of you guys in here. I haven't seen a couple of these usernames before. Ulf Krogstad, have you been on the giveaway? Have you been during the live stream before? GSB instructor, I don't think I've seen you in the live stream. Yeah, Dwight Doucet, you won like a week or 2 ago, so yeah, you're not eligible. So yeah, that'll be good. Oh, and guys, while we're waiting here for the music to stop, do me a solid, like and comment this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. What's the knife for the live stream giveaway this time? Well, I don't really have a knife for the live stream giveaway this time. I've kind of run out. I haven't really run out per se, but I've only got like 7 Kershaws left. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do a buck bantam. This week, somebody is going to get a buck bantam for the live stream giveaway. So yeah, and that's how it is. Oh, hey, look, the music started back over again. So yeah, I'll stop that. So somebody this week is going to get all the live stream stuff that I showed, plus a buck bantam folding knife. So that's it. So looks like that's it. Do we have any alibis? Any alibis left for the live stream getaway? Or giveaway. No alibis left. Buck bantam. That's how fast you say it. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's hit the button here. Boom. Round and round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Looks like it's going to be KDA. Kilo Delta Alpha 89508 is the winner. Congrats to KDA 89508 for winning the live stream prize pack. Booyah. So, that's how it's done, folks. We are officially finished. Do me a solid, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you haven't gotten your entry in for next week. Next week's giveaway is for the Spyderco Indella. The thread is live. Spyderco Indella. Spyderco Indella. Spyderco Indella. Spyderco Indella. Get your entry in for that. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. Every like, every comment helps, every subscription helps with our metrics. For some reason, I don't pretend to understand this shit, but, you know, for some reason it helps. So, folks, like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Make sure that you share with your friends. This is week 43 going on now, which means we have 10 weeks left to go, including this week, and the stuff is going to start getting real. I'm going to be giving away multiple prizes in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be doubling up on prizes where people will be getting Kizer knives, buck bantams. People will be getting Beckers. People will be getting Spydercos. People will be getting multiple knives as we get down to the last few weeks, because I want to get rid of this shit. I don't want to see this shit here anymore, and you guys are the best, and I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given me throughout the year. We are wrapping up on the year of giveaways. Week 10 now, left to go. 10 weeks left to go, and that'll do it. So, from me to you guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate your guys' support. Hope you all have a great weekend. And peace out, motherfuckers, because that's how it's going. Have a great week, all right? See y'all next time.